Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades. And let's get right into it because we do have a good amount of analysis to go through today. And first of all, I just want to address there's a lot of questions inside the Discord. What is this indicator with these red triangles and these green triangles with the crosses as well? This is Wave Edge, and this was created by Thomas from Team Underground. You guys can go ahead and just search up Team Underground on YouTube. You'll probably find him. He has like 43,000 subscribers, and he's currently in a long position while using this indicator as a buy signal. He was looking on the 3-day, 4-day time frame. He saw a good amount of buying at the lows here, and ever since then, he's been holding his position for over. I think he's been holding this for maybe like 100, 200 days, something like that. But he's up over $400,000 on one single trade at the moment. He used a good amount of leverage, and he's been holding this for a while, and he is going to be cashing this out around like the $34,000 target. That's his target, and we could very well easily achieve that. I think that we are going to make a move to that point at one point, but at the moment Bitcoin looking like on the daily time frame that we're getting some selling pressure on the daily time frame. If we do a bit of a fib retracement here, I've drawn it out on another chart. So for Bitcoin, okay, I guess I didn't draw it. I guess I didn't draw my fib retracement on market cipher. But overall market cipher at the moment, you're still in some red money flow. You have a decreasing momentum waves. You have a red dot on the daily time frame today, and we have a new candle with a 14 and a -3 on the dual band strength index. And on the 4-hour time frame, if you guys see, we have dwindling green money flow. It is starting to drop now. It's possible that we print a green dot maybe soon. So you guys can see the momentum waves are starting to curl in, but no confirmation yet. And if you look at the 1-hour time frame on Bitcoin, I think we're underneath this moving average now, and we are in the red money flow. So just be careful. Try to look for longs around this level at the moment. If you're going to try to long Bitcoin, if you're really aggressive, then I'll probably look for this pivot low right around 29,500. That's probably where you're going to bounce off the value area low. And if you go lower than that, then you're probably going to want to take a look. Okay, I draw my fib right here. So if you take a look here, you're probably going to want to take a look at the $28,900 level, or the 50% retracement, which would be my target right around 28,148. And after that, we would probably complete our 5th wave towards the upside. So right now, if you look at the Elliott wave indicator, it looks like we've completed our 5th wave at the moment. But to me, I think we need to do a little bit more. We need to push up a little bit higher in order to get our 5th wave. So let me just draw that out here for you guys. So I think if we get our 5th wave, it would look something like this. And then we would push up to maybe to 35,800, which is my secondary target. My primary target would be 32,500. And then once we hit 35,800, we could get another pullback. Once again, probably even retest the highs of 32,500. And then we could keep going to maybe even as high as 38, or who knows, maybe you can even go to 40,000, 42,000. But again, all of this really depends as well on what the Nasdaq and the S&P are going to do. As you guys can probably tell, the Nasdaq right now printing a bit of a bearish divergence on the daily time frame and even on the 4-hour time frame as well. So just be careful trying to catch some longs at these levels. You can see the Nasdaq is bouncing between this upsloping blue trend line that I have drawn out here, and it is nailing this resistance at 15,300. So if we do get a pullback, I do have some targets all the way as low as 14,200, and we could even maybe retest the lows of 13,700. But for that, we would need some pretty significantly negative economic news, and we'll see what happens with the job numbers this week. We have some job numbers coming out on Friday. We have some unemployment claims coming out on tomorrow actually as well, because it's today is Wednesday, now tomorrow's going to be Thursday. So it was a short trading week overall. And again, you're seeing something very similar right here on the S&P. I do have a target of 4,500 right now for the S&P. So if it inches up just a little bit higher, then you're gonna meet some pretty significant resistance here. But right now, you're already printing a bearish divergence on the RSI for the S&P 500. Again, I know a lot of these tech stocks, these big mega cap tech stocks, are pie in the sky high. Apple, trading at new all-time highs here. It was actually down on the day. Then you see Microsoft, Google, near all-time highs as well. Actually, not Google, but Microsoft near all-time highs. They actually made new all-time highs and they got rejected since then. And then you're seeing Nvidia still, you know, in the stratosphere here, $423. But we are seeing a significant amount of selling happening, a lot of distribution happening at these levels. So don't be surprised if you see a big pullback in Nvidia. Again, this would follow with the tech sector starting to get a pullback as well. And again, I can imagine that this would be very bullish for Bitcoin, but you know, I could see the possibility of more upside in this market as well. The crypto market is actually looking very bullish at the moment. So if we manage to break this level, this is going to be very pivotal. This area has been a significant amount of resistance and support in the past. So you guys can see it's been mega support here during that bull run during 2021. And then we had another face ripping rally and it acted as support here as well. And then finally, you know, it was trying to hold this support. We broke below it. We were at 26,500 and now we're actually retesting it as resistance. And then we collapsed down. We retested it as resistance here. We collapsed. We bounced back down, but we made a higher low, showing that we are in a nice, very bullish trend in Bitcoin. And now we're retesting it again. But I wouldn't be surprised to even see it come back down and maybe try it again and again and again. But you guys know how this works. The more we retest a level, the weaker it gets, and the more likely you are going to break it, right? So again, you guys can see you retested, then you rallied, and you came back down, and then you retested it again, and then you came back up, and then you retested it again, and it finally broke. You got a lot of consolidation, and then you had another move lower. So something very similar could happen. You could get a move up. You know, we've been retesting this, right? Retested it, and then we retested it again. And then if we break through it and we come back and we consolidate at these levels, it's possible that we even get some bullish consolidation, right? Accumulation, and then boom, you can keep going then. But for that, we would need, you know, the indices to keep going, in my opinion, unless you get like a major bank failure again, which would be very bearish for the markets and bullish for Bitcoin, as we've seen Bitcoin go up when the banks were failing back in March. Okay, so that's my 2 cents there on what the crypto markets are going to do. The weekly time frame looks very bullish at the moment as well. But again, we got to get over that red money flow for market cipher. I've been telling you guys to be careful getting into major longs here, as we almost crossed that red money flow, but just not quite yet. And then, you know, we collapsed all the way back down to 25,000. Now we're getting a nice little rally as well. We have not confirmed the green money flow yet, but if we do confirm it, then that would be great for Bitcoin, and I would definitely see some more upside for Bitcoin as well. You guys can see once we cross that red money flow, which is this purple line right here, we saw a nice little rally here, and then we obviously came down during the COVID crash, but we still had green money flow, and then it kept going, and we had an 800% pump, right, using market cipher. And the same thing here, once we crossed into that green money flow, you had a 6,800% pump, and obviously we don't have enough data for Bitcoin here because it's September, you know, it was created in 2008, but I don't think I have Bitcoin BTC USD all-time history index. Okay, I guess we had the all-time history index, but again, the data only goes back so far. So there you go. That's all I have for you guys right now. And same thing applies for that red money flow cross. Once we cross into that red money flow, you guys saw we got even a diamond, a red diamond right here, confirmation confirming a move down in the market for Bitcoin, and that's exactly what happened. We got a 64% drawdown in the price. Now it's still possible that we could make lower lows, although at the moment, you know, it seems like the $15,000 level is a low. But if we do make lower lows, then yeah, we obviously are going to have some more support at 12,000, 9,000, stuff like that. But for that, we would need a major capitulation in the indices as well, and that might not come until probably later half of July, or maybe even as early as August. So we'll have to see, right? We have really light volume in the SPY. Nothing really that we can do about it. Light volume means that the markets are going to, you know, chop sideways or float higher, and that's exactly what's been happening, right? Ever since that, you know, we saw that the banks were collapsing. The Fed came in, did some quantitative easing. And a lot of people are saying there's not quantitative easing, but it's opening a discount window for the banks and doing QE. You know, behind the scenes, there's no real explanation how it's done. It's very, you know, how do I say this? It's very general. very broad, no specifics, and then the market's been floating up ever since. Right, so I'm not surprised that that's happening, and it couldn't continue to float up until we get a high volume reversal day, or until this liquidity dries up. And we are starting to see the liquidity starting to pull back here, but again, we will have to see if the markets react to this as well. And then another thing to note as well, you guys need to pay attention to the 2-year yield, as it is mostly in line with the prime rate, or sorry, the federal fund rate. And when the 2-year yield goes up, it is going to put an immense amount of pressure for the Fed to raise rate once it gets above 5%. That means it's going to be higher rates for longer, and the market expects a cut or a pivot soon, right? It's pricing in all these good things. The market, all these stocks are trading at new all-time highs because the pivot is very near. But if they see that the market keeps going up and up and up, and there's inflation's coming down, then there's no real reason to stop lowering rates. Everything's fine. Just keep raising rates then. And then eventually something in the system will crack, because higher rate, we have such a big yield inversion at the moment, and higher rates are obviously not good for the economy with the amount of debt that we are carrying. Credit card interest rates reaching new all-time highs. It's just crazy out here. Anyways, that's enough for today. I think I've given you guys enough information. Love you all. Thank you all for supporting my channel. The link's in the description if you guys want to sign up for my trade signals for stocks and crypto. Peace.